Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Anytime. Nice to meet you.
You as well. I want to start off by saying congratulations on the film. I've watched it twice now and I absolutely love it.
Thank
So,
you. Twice is awesome.
congratulations. It's
Thank
killer.
you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's cool.
Starting off with your character, there's something so heartbreaking about watching him try so hard to be accepted, not only as a cop, but to get into night patrol. So, was there a moment on set where you caught yourself kind of thinking he's trying too hard? And did you lean into that discomfort or did you try kind of like smoothing it out?
Man, I was just talking about that earlier. Because the Xavier character, to me, is extremely tragic character, mainly because I don't think he's ever felt like he's been wanted anywhere when it comes to his past home life, his family being from a gang set, and working in a police department that could do without him, right? It's it's a strange thing to balance because I remember being on set and feeling a bit like, man, X's character, um, he's he's searching for something. He's searching for a little bit of a home, right?
Mhm.
And I've always wondered, like, once he found it, is he ever going to be happy? Will that make him happy? I don't know, but he doesn't ever find out. Yeah, he has a tragic ending, right? So I don't think we'll ever find out if he ever got that promotion, if it would truly make him happy, if him and his mom made an amends, if that would, I don't know. It's something that I thought about. I think his issues really kind of go back to his childhood. And I think it's something he probably had to. There's some doors he had to close, some he had to reconcile a few things with a few people, and he never got a chance to. And then he took that insecurity to his job, right? Sounds like life. And so it's something I was very aware was going to be challenging, and I was up for the challenge. And I got to thank the director for helping me kind of lock in on that. And it was. It's a good question because it's something that question takes me back to my actor mentality when I was on set. I was like, wow, okay, a lot to unpack and a lot to figure out. And I'm trying to tap into what I was feeling on set during those moments. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. So
Yeah, and I love that you talk about all of the emotions that he faces. Obviously, with his ending, I was heartbroken because I just wanted to see this man happy and at peace for once.
yes. I can't agree more, man. It's just so. What's funny is I think Justin Long's character is probably the only person he
Mm,
truly opened up to, and it was probably the family he was in those moments that he was searching for, and then he gets betrayed. Not in the way people think, but
yeah.
it's all unfortunate, and so I think about that a lot, and so I do know that when that moment happens, there's a lot of gasps and awes because you know we all uh we all want the same thing for that person, and I definitely did. And so I remember reading that in the script. I was just like, oh my goodness, man. If I and I remember like I don't know, it's the same feeling I got when I would read like certain or see certain moments in Game of Thrones when your
Mm,
favorite characters or favorite the folks you root for don't really last too long, and they get that special saying, and X is no different. And so it's probably one of the few times yeah, one of the f very few times I felt bad for um a character, whether even if I was portraying that person, if it wasn't me, I'd still feel awful. I'd be like, wow, I can't believe, because I'm such a fan of you know film, and I remember feeling like just awful, and I'm like, man, I hope people feel that way because it's such a crazy moment when it does come. So Anyway, I'm going on a tangent, but I just
No, I agree completely, honestly. It was heartbreaking, but it was so beautifully done, and your performance was so heartfelt that it worked, even if it's not
thank you.
the ending that we might have wanted for the character.
I know. I feel the same. I feel the same way. And you know something? It kind of adds to the unpredictable, like the unpredictable nature of the film itself. It just kind of just keeps you guessing and wondering what's going to happen next. So it was necessary.
Yeah. If your character was to survive this hectic night, not just physically, but emotionally, what part of them do you think would have been changed forever?
He went the during his last moments, he was going to go try to save his brother. And I believe had that worked out, it would have been the first step in reconciling with his family. And he probably, part of me thinks he probably would have stayed in Night Patrol because I think the department could use some good eggs, some good cops, right? I think he sees the bigger picture. So I think he would have gained a lot of experience points after that whole incident. And it would have been great to see him, you know, kind of patrolling within his neighborhood, but not as a disruptor, but as a protector in a way.
Yeah. I love the brotherhood aspect of this that you do talk about. There's kind of an unspoken history between your character and Wazzy that isn't always fully spelled out just in plain for the viewers. So I'm wondering
Yeah.
what moments from their past did you two kind of imagine that maybe never made it into the script, but you wanted to have that background knowledge of them?
Mm. I don't really know how to answer that because there was well, let's talk about sibling relationships in general. There's just always going to be something, as adults at least, there's probably going to be stuff about them you didn't know, and things that you wish you knew, and things that you wish you could help them with, right? Um, and it might be just the circumstance of the upbringing or your family in general, but sometimes people just feel like they have to do things on their own, or they have to go about things alone, and it's sometimes the just life, right? So I feel like with Wazzy and X. The last time I think they really ever had any significant time together was the days before X left to go pursue his own life. And, you know, a lot of like it's probably a cultural thing. Maybe it's not, but like a lot of families don't really talk about tragedy. They tend to brush it under the rug. And that's how things get worse. That's how, you know, people don't really making amends with each other or the situation. And so there's a lot of animosity between certain siblings, and that's what happened with X and Wazzy. And so you're seeing during these phone calls with them, the moments between them, this underlying built up hatred. But the hatred comes from misunderstanding and lack of, you know, um, I want to call it empathy, but there's something there between them that they don't talk about. But X loves him enough to go try to save him, and Wazzy loves him enough to be angry at him, you know.
Mhm.
So underneath all that is still love. It's just a lot of misplaced aggression and you know all that. So I don't know what scenes they could have shared with each other or moments we could have spelled out more. Um, but I do know there's a moment the audience sort of understands where X and Wazzy come from when he speaks to Justin's character about how his dad died. And I think that's enough context for the audience to understand, oh, that's why they're so estranged, you know? And that's just, you know, I hope that speaks to a lot of people who have siblings and are dealing with their own issues with them.
Definitely. And I know we are running out of time, so my last question
Mhm.
for you. I love making playlists for characters to kind of fit their
Ha
vibe.
ha ha
So I'm
ha. There we
wondering for
go. There we
you,
go.
what's a song that you would use to describe your character?
Describe my character. Um, damn. Damn. That's tough because I listened to a lot of old school LA rap during the filming of this. Man, it's crazy. I would say Today Was a Good Day by Ice Cube is
Okay.
yeah, it's something that he wants.
Yeah.
He wants that. That's what he's searching for, right? So it's I think it's a song that just really speaks to him. Um Brenda's Got a Baby by Tupac, because he's got mommy issues. Um, and I would say California by Dre and Pac. I think
Mm.
those three songs. And maybe maybe when he's kind of chilling, that joint by Dr. Dre and Kendrick. Um Smoke a little weed with you. I forgot the name of the song though. How'd it go? Ah, damn it. It came out in like 2011. I forgot the name of it. The
Mm.
Recipe by Dre and Kendrick. I think those four songs.
I think that's a killer mixtape right there.
Yeah, those four songs are a mixtape, right? That's enough for a tape.
For sure, for sure.
All
But
right, cool.
congratulations on everything again, and thank you so much for your time.
You too. I appreciate it, Gracie.